everybody, and welcome to episode 18 of the Big Apple Battle, a New York baseball podcast. Ed, again, it's been a while. We're beating a dead horse now, so I'm not going to harp on it. I'm not going to stay stuck there because we have more important things to talk about because it is the final stretch of the marathon that is a baseball season. We are so close to the playoffs, and both of our New York teams should be in the dance. Yours are sitting a little more pretty than we are, but how you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. Could feel better. Should feel better. Just not sure how we're in a situation where we got a battle for the American League East when we have clearly outplayed. Our run differential is insane. We have not outplayed our own division, but most of the league. And yeah, so not a great feeling to be sitting 2 games out still with only, what is it, 19, 18 games left to
But
play.
you played so much better ball as a like, you can't be mad. You guys were kind of like us, where you were coasting for a while, but now you've kind of taken that step up, and you 7-3 in your last 10.
Yeah, listen, I'm not upset about the way we played. I think it's like 14 of our last 17 or 11 of our last 14, some number like that. Again, where you expect me to be playing for what they're putting up and production wise, what the pitching's done. It's just annoying to have that lull year after year and to be fighting for this again. So it sounds like a spoiled Yankee fan thing. I'm happy that we are where we are. We're a game ahead, game and a half ahead of Boston. I just don't want to be in a wild card series. And, again, the way we've had to play or we've played against our own division doesn't make you feel great about those things. But again, I still think we're the cream of the crop. We'll rise to the top. You'll never eat a pig because a pig is a cop. So,
Well,
yeah. How about you? How are you feeling?
I mean, before I get into how I'm feeling, you got to rub it in a little about the wild card because the looks of it, it seems like that's kind of where we're going to be at. Is unfortunately fighting for a wild card spot. The division seems to be out of reach, and primarily because of this past week plus. Right, we came off a sweep of the Phillies, made it a little more entertaining, a little more fun, a little more nail biting, where we had a chance to, I think, inch closer to the division, and then we come and lose 3 out of 4 to the fucking Marlins after. And then it all goes
Yep.
downhill where then you come back, you win a series against Detroit, which is great, and then you lose a series in Cincinnati. This is standard Mets. You play up to the cream of the crop, to the better teams, and they play down to the level of these poor teams. And the Marlins, as we know, have owned the Mets basically in the 20th century. I mean, I know that from for when. Why am I doing this to myself? But you gotta do it for the
It's the
culture,
masochist in you.
for the history. The '07 collapse when Tom Glavine faced Dontre Willis. It was Mets Marlins to finish off the season after the Mets dropped. What was it? What were they up? 7 games with a week and a half to play, or whatever the hell it was. Something
Yeah, so
crazy.
7 games.
It was
Yeah,
seven,
on
right?
September, I thought it was like on September 7th. It was right around this time, wasn't it? Or was it like September
So
14th?
there you go. I'm tying it in just in terms of a
There you go.
anniversary situation. I don't know. Again, I don't know why I'm torturing us Mets fans, but I just remember being at that game and the Marlins beating us up, beating up Tom Glavine for I think 7 runs in the first inning, running him out early, and the game was basically over at that point. But the point
There are
is,
children who were born that day who are 18 years old now. If it makes you feel any better.
that makes me feel worse because it makes me feel like a fucking old man when I was the little kid at the game. Oh man, but all I could say, Ed, is all you gotta do is make the playoffs. That's all you gotta do. And I hate a wild card series, especially if we end up playing the Padres somehow, however this shakes out, because the Padres, again, as we know, the last 5+ years now, they've kind of owned the Mets, and they've owned the Mets, as we know, in the wild card series in 2022. Um, but where we stand right now, Ed, is I'm hopeful. I don't know how to put it. I'm not hopeful we're going to win the division. So it's weird when I watch, isn't it? This time of year, like where you know you're going to make a wild card. Well, if you don't, I don't know. That'd be bad. But at least we hope. I'm 75% confident we're gonna make
Wow.
we're gonna
That's
make the
not
playoffs.
very that's not very
Salty,
strong. No.
salty. Well, it's because I know we have a tough schedule. You got the Phillies for 4 right now in Philly, and we're down one
Well, you
nothing right
swept them.
now.
You're coming off a sweep. Yeah, why aren't you feeling good anymore?
It's just because you have the Phillies, and then it doesn't get easier in your schedule. Then I think you got to play the Cubs one more time before the season's over. We got to, I think, play. I want to
One
say
more time.
back check. Oh, the Rangers who are hot, the Padres, and then we play the fucking pesky Marlins
Oh,
and end the season. It's gonna be the same shit as last time. It's gonna be like '07 all over again, Ed.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put that on you. That's a pretty rough ending you're putting yourself in for.
No,
But there's a chance.
I, I don't know why I'm being so down. It's just because the past 2, 3 months of the season, there's been like
It's been a slog, dude. I feel the
It's
same
been a
exact
slog.
way. You're wondering why I'm going into it feeling the same
Well,
the way I am. It's like, exactly, it's
but
that.
but it's different because you guys have picked up performance over the last few weeks for the Mets. Again, I thought we were going to after we swept the Phillies, and then boom, you lose three to four to the Marlins and right back to where you've been. And four out of our, 4 and 6 in our last 10. Um, 7 games out of first and comfortable in the wild card. But again, like it's just the timely hitting or these random like back to back nights of like poor hitting where it's not consistent enough. And you have these young pitchers and prospects that they finally listened to us, Mets fans, where they called up your guys like 2015, trying to be like the DeGrom, Harvey, Wheeler, and Matz combo over there with McLean, Jonah Tong, who is the next to Lincecum, um, and Brandon
Well,
Stroh. But you know,
he'll take two championships, or I guess he got three in that time, and then fading out within 2 years after that. You'll take that if that's what you can get out of him. But yeah, listen, I think the timing of it all is strange, right? Stearns has been pushed to do this for a while. They didn't acquire anybody at the deadline, so it makes you think, oh, they must be calling up the young talent, but they waited, and you've had some hiccups in that time. You've had the shortest, I think, right average start time for your starters or average length out of your starters for the first half of the season. So, and we alluded to that earlier in the year where it's like, again, you get as much as you can out of them, but what are you going to get? 5 innings? It puts a lot on your bullpen, and that's what happened. So, again, timing feels odd, but I guess if you're going to stock up now would be the time. The division looks out of reach, as you said. Doesn't mean it is. Anything can happen. You
yeah, it
have
has
kind of
been.
your fate in your own hands right now. You control it by playing, excuse me, by playing these guys right now. And yeah, listen, it's it's a better situation than not, I suppose, but even then it's asking a lot of young guys to put up big performances in stressful moments down the stretch for a team that, let's be honest, had a better situation for themselves kind of highlighted and open if they just did make an acquisition or two that maybe it requires one of those guys, but again, maybe they don't wilt. Maybe they stand up to it and young, dumb, full of what. You never know what young guys can do in that situation. And yeah,
Full of
it's an
what?
interesting gamble they're taking, Cotton.
Well, full of hope. That's what they're full of.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what
Um,
it was.
but you know what? It's good to see that these young guys are kind of going deeper in the games. Brandon Sproat, his first game out, 6 innings, three earned. It's still a solid start for your first MLB start. I'll take that all day. But like whenever these guys have pitched, two, three, four earned runs, even Jonah Tong didn't have his best, timeout in his second game start. Um, but it's like this is how it's been not just this year. I feel like the past 5 years at least since 2020, where the Mets are either pitching really well in a short span of time or in a moment of time throughout the entirety of a season, but then they can't hit. And it's the opposite, where they're hitting the cover off the ball, but all of a sudden the bullpen collapses and everyone's absolute shit. And I know most teams deal with that same thing. It's baseball. I get it. It's a long season. I know. But for whatever reason, it's always felt like the Mets, you saw it more with them. And you saw it in the stats where they always were kind of the bottom of the pack with runners in scoring position or two outs and runners in scoring position. And then the bullpen ERA and then the length of the starters going deep into games with the age. And not even the age, actually, though. Just like Sango's, his whole situation where he could just can't pitch long ever. And then Mania, who, his road back, he hasn't really been going deep into games. David Peterson's the one who can go deep, but he's been struggling kind of more so in the second half of the season. And I don't know. On the bullpen, we add these pieces in Tyler Rogers. Wait, Taylor. Tyler. I was fucking twins. In Tyler Rogers. Uh,
Also, who names their kids that close? Like, right? Why would you do that? Tyler and Taylor? Are we serious?
a teacher,
You're not
probably.
gonna have a hard enough time figuring them out? Like, come on.
Yeah, parents have to be teachers.
They tattooed one of them in the back of the head, something like they had to have had an indicator, or they were teachers.
At
Yeah,
least his name's not
possibly.
At least his name's not Richard Lovelady. I'll never forget Dickie Lovelady. Short
Dickie
span,
Lovelady.
80 RA. I was looking down at the stats before this that we jumped
You'll,
on, but
you'll be
um,
back.
Tyler Rogers, um, being an ad alongside Hennessy's Cabrera. I think I fucking nailed that one finally.
Whoa.
Um, you know me, I've been bad with names on this pod. I feel like over this past year, not the best. I know
Listen,
pronunciation,
we'll give you some leeway.
but the one who's been the worst ad, and I hate to say it, is Ryan freaking. Oh, sorry, it wasn't even Hennessy's career. I meant Gregory Soto. Sorry.
I was gonna say he's been gone for a minute. He's
Yeah,
on his
yeah.
fourth
Well,
team
you're
of the
not going to
season
correct me.
already.
You're just going to let me die on that hill over here.
Oh, I was actually checking it right now. I was gonna be like, Alec, are you sure? Because been with you guys, the Cubs, the Pirates, and now the Twins. So he's all speaking of Twins, he's been all over the map this season.
Yeah, I meant Soto. I was thinking of two
Crazy.
two lefties. I got mixed up. Um, but
Got it. Got it.
Soto's been good. Rogers has been great. Rogers honestly has been great his whole career. He's so underrated. I feel like, dude, his ERA is like low two for his career. I'm pretty sure. Like he's nasty.
He's great. But you did give up a haul for him.
We did. Now Drew Gilbert looks like a fucking stud out in San Francisco, and he's just playing with such swagger. And like, I'd rather have him in center
Sometimes,
field right now over Cedric Mullins. I'll tell you that. That was a miss at the deadline. So
hmm,
that kind of sucks, but it happens. Like you don't Drew Gilbert, he was falling off our list of top prospects or falling down the list, not off the list, but it happens, right? It's not like a PCA situation all over again. That was just awful.
yeah. Well, listen, you can't bank on the future, but that's a tough one.
But sorry, the point I was trying to make is Ryan Helsley being the ad in the bullpen, who's been absolutely awful since joining the Mets. Literally god awful.
Really?
Dude, he has
Oh
11
man.
ERA since joining the Mets.
Ooh,
In 14
that's
games,
brutal.
at 14 games, he's gonna have 14 earned runs. And I don't, and I hate to like, they said he's tipping pitches, and it does look like he was, so they're working with him. But like, I don't get it. Your lights out in St. Louis for years, like
Right.
nasty. Coming out to fucking Trevor Hoffman's Hell's Bells, like you're a beast. You're coming and throwing 102,
Yeah.
but they're catching it because if you tip 102 to an MLB pitcher, I mean MLB batter, they're gonna think it looks like 65.
Yeah. No, for sure.
They know a fastball's coming, they're gonna hit it. So it's tough. I will say the entrance is pretty hard, but like right now he shouldn't be coming out to
To
anything
anything.
considering. So
I do think the entrance and the dedicated entrance is getting a little out of hand. It makes sense if you're like a legendary player. These guys didn't get it after 1 or 2 years of great play. They got it after like 4 or 5 years at least.
I will say also
And
not
they
even
maintained it.
not even being the closer anymore too. That's a little bit of a stretch. Like he's
Yeah.
coming out to Hell's Bells, and the next inning Diaz is coming out to Narcos.
Right. Well, turns out, by the way, that is used all over the league. William Contreras uses that in Milwaukee,
I
was
hate
just
that.
out there listening to that. So it's very confusing when it does happen. But anyway, back to your bullpen.
No, sorry, I hated hearing that song by William Contreras as well. When we played them in the wild card round last year, every time
Oh yeah.
fucking Diaz was running out of the bullpen. It was the fourth inning. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Well, great ballpark that Pete Alonso killed Bob Uecker in, by the way. Great ballpark.
R.I.P. Bobby Euchre, but that moment in time, I have a bad memory. I'll never forget what I'll never forget that. That was an epic shot. Scared the shit out of my cat. Jumped on the coffee table. Uh, yeah,
Well, what are you guys gonna have to do to get back to that situation?
I think we have to be more consistent for our 1 through 5. Soto's kind of been carrying everyone with Alonso starting to wake back up again, but you know, Vientos was huge for us last year, as you know, especially in the playoffs. Um, and he has picked it up. Now he's hitting 240 on the season with 16 home runs, where most of those home runs have come in the past 2 weeks, to be honest with you. He's been red hot. But it's just not being able to, I guess, put it all together. I couldn't really tell you like one specific person or one specific player. You know what I mean? It's kind of just as a group, as a whole, on any given night, you might have one guy carry the team, but the 8 other guys in the lineup aren't going to do shit. Like Soto might go three
Right.
for three and have a double home run and 2 RBIs, but no one else is going to contribute, and they'll be 2 for 17 running scoring position. Like,
Yep.
and that's where the issue lies. Like, I'm just looking at stats over the past few weeks and just on the season. Like Cedric Mullins obviously a complete bust and fail. We need Jose Siri or Winker back. I think Siri is actually close, which is kind of crazy. Because if I'm not mistaken, let me see that. We need, you know who we need? We need a Google stats guy. Like we obviously prep for our pods, but we need someone who's just like, hands you the paper and this is all the
Right
information.
there with it. Keeps you talking. Yep.
So now I'm talking a lot about the Mets. So I'll let you kind of just want to hear your thoughts just on if you think the division is still in reach. Obviously, you probably do. I'll let you
Well,
find this
we're
series.
talking about the Yankees, stats here and doing well for mostly the last month. They've played pretty good baseball, but that started with the Twins, which always gets you right. A couple of wins there. After again some tough series where it felt like they couldn't by a series win outside of Tampa Bay for a while. But again, starting August 11th, playing the Twins, winning 2 out of 3 there, sweeping the Cardinals, taking 2 in a row against the Rays, losing 3 out of 4 to Boston in that brief hiccup. But beyond that, Washington's the White Sox, we took 3 out of 4 from, 2 out of 3 from Houston, and Toronto just taking 2 out of 3 from. So you got to feel good about the recent play overall. Absolutely. Max Fried's been better as of late, which you need him to get back into form. You expect a little bit of that dog days of August sort of slow down, but he and Carlos Rodon are doing everything they have been paid to do. So you got to love the way those that 1-2 punch is setting up. Luis Heel is looking like his former self a little bit more every day, every start. He's looking better, so you feel good about that from the right side after those dominant lefties lead off any given series, and you can slot them in there in between if you really need to break things up. Cam Schlitter has proven to be pretty impressive. A little bit of a hiccup there against Houston or against Toronto in that 7-1 loss on Friday. So hasn't been touched up all that much for the most part. Still has one of the highest average velocities on his fastball around the league since his call up. So again, feeling good about all the replacements that have come in. Ryan Yarborough's back, so uh, getting him back to a regular really big for that bullpen, especially because the swingman, relief sort of 3, 4, 5 inning guy, really necessary at this point of the season, and I believe going into the playoffs, and more reps the better. So again, feeling good about all that. Hitting does feel a little, boom or bust at times. It's been a little more consistent of late, so you're feeling good there. And I say that as we have the most runs in baseball, we have the most, home runs, most RBIs, most walks. So all the things you can hope for, we have the most of, but we're also 20 ranked 20 strikeouts. Continues to be a bugaboo for the team. You want to see a little more consistent on base ability from Ryan McMahon. Big acquisition, been great at third base, has had some key moments, but you really want to see a little bit more out of him. Offensively, they were hoping that he could produce more from the left side at Yankee Stadium, short porch, all that jazz. Speaking of, Jazz has been really great for us all season long, has his moments, but again, what more could you ask for, especially when we're welcoming Detroit into town uh, in tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series against a division leader and Gleyber Torres, who I was alluding to before Jazz commentary. Still having a pretty good season as Detroit continues to do. Everybody, as Toronto has, in the way that they're producing, not doing it necessarily via the home run, even though they've got plenty of power. Just kind of, playing good ball, getting through timely hits, moving runners over, getting on base, and doing what you need to scratch by and get wins every chance every way you can. So, tough opponents. Detroit's going to be a good challenge to us, especially going before Boston. They got good pitching out there. I think we run into Tarek Skubal, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong at some point during that series. Should probably look that up, and I will eventually. But as far as the rundown goes, um, you know, I like a lot of what I'm seeing. I don't want to beat up on Volpe, but he's really become, in my mind, one of the most frustrating things in recent history for the Yankees. Um, Cases, I should say. I would love to see Caballero playing more, stealing more bases, playing maybe more consistent defense. I just like his energy, and Volpe right now feels like he's not really adding to a lot of that positive energy on the field. So I know
What
it's
a
hard, but you might have to make that move going into the playoffs. What's that?
what a rundown, Ed. I don't-
Hell yeah, isn't that good?
Hey, when you miss a month of recording, you sure know how to give. I
You
don't
got
know.
all the
I'm
info. You
looking
got
for a
the
better word
info.
than rundown. I guess I couldn't find it, but
Yeah.
well done. It's very well done.
Listen, the
Anywho,
Yankee fans will be happy to know how we're feeling.
question for
Not
you:
too shabby.
are the Red Sox coming to the Bronx for that series, or is it out in Boston?
I thought it was in Boston, but it probably is it in the Bronx? I gotta check that out. I don't know why I'm
Yeah, we're checking
messing
right
this one
now
up
because
today.
I just got an idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in
we're
Boston.
live. While we're live, it's in Boston.
Yep.
It's a weekend. Ah, never mind. It's next weekend.
It is. Is it?
Yeah, there
It's
goes
this
that.
coming
I
weekend.
got
Yeah,
baseball.
12, 13, 14.
Gonna say we could go out to
Oh,
Boston.
bummer. That would have been sweet.
If only, yeah, if only I had baseball this
Yeah,
weekend.
that'd be sweet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to plan a trip for one of these things eventually.
Oh, that's a
Maybe
big
playoffs.
series too.
I know.
I know those tickets are probably crazy right now.
How far is Boston? We can just go for Friday.
It's like 3.5, 4 hours. Dude, I was there for Roman Anthony's debut, and now I'm feeling like I'm inadvertently responsible for the Red Sox uh,
I think you are.
rallying. Yeah, it pisses me off beyond belief, dude.
Ugh. One thing I forgot to mention.
So, yeah,
Sorry,
big series. No,
not to
go.
shift gears back. We're just real fast while we're talking about, um, just the young pitching before. I completely forgot to mention Kodai Senga and him getting demoted. I forgot to mention that he was demoted to AAA. His last eight starts,
Oh,
yeah,
what?
his ERA was a 6.56. Ever since that injury, man, he wasn't the same. And he just
No
needs to
way.
rebuild form, get more reps under him. But now, like, I love these rookies, right? But a heavy reliance on rookies, it could go so many different directions this time of year. We've seen good and we've seen bad over the last decade of rookie pitchers
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
carry, a team into the playoffs, right? Um,
It's not what you want necessarily. You can do
no,
it, but it's
no.
just not what you sign up for.
It's just inconsistent offense mixed with a heavy reliance on young, inconsistent rookies with starters who can't go deep and a bullpen who have big names that are not performing up to their expected standards. And that's literally what's happening. And Juan Soto is going to get MVP votes, by the way. Him not being better than Trent Grisham, that shit's hilarious to me now. We got to laugh about it, Ed. I mean, his OPS is 926. His OBP is 400. He all of a sudden has 38 home runs and 93 RBIs. He's going to end the season with 40 and 100 with 30 stolen
It
bases.
it is crazy that he
Right?
suddenly just has nearly 40 home runs. Blew my mind.
Imagine he had a good start to
Um,
the year. He'd be fucking tracking for MVP probably.
Absolutely. But also, to be fair, you're saying all these things, right? Trent Grisham for a fraction of the payment, right?
Exactly.
What does he get paid? 5 million this year? He's got 30 home runs and an 825 OPS.
No, that is great bang for your buck.
And plays a far better outfield. No,
I'm not gonna say it's not a better bang for your buck, but Soto, dude. Dude, just seeing
He's
this on
still, listen, I'm not arguing.
no, I'm
Yeah.
not arguing either. We're not arguing tonight, but just seeing this on
We're
paper,
not arguing.
we're not doing that. But seeing this on paper is crazy. 118 walks, only 122 strikeouts. Like
Yeah, that is impressive.
I'm looking at everyone else's walks. The second most walks on the team behind him is Alonso at 56. How the fuck did someone get walked that much?
He does, that is a pretty high number of strikeouts for him, though. But that's probably from early in the season.
Yeah, yeah, I haven't really seen him strike out much
Yeah,
as of
lately he's
late.
on fire. Crazy.
Um, but yeah,
But
man,
yeah,
we're only 20 games to go, and I guess what we could talk about next, just to and keep it a short episode today, guys. We're gonna come back, Ed, if you'll have me next weekend to really
yes.
come with a detailed rundown of recaps and forward looks to the playoffs, kind of a foreshadowing with under 2 weeks it'll be roughly by then, or maybe a little under 3 weeks, whatever it is.
As long as you don't
Um,
give me that Soto is better than Grisham shit, you
I
can
mean,
come back.
definitely is better than Grisham, but okay. Regardless, sorry, I was just doing a quick check on something.
Speaking of rookie pitchers, by the way, no, it's fine. You're talking about rookie pitchers,
Mhm.
and you got your stable of your trio of them now. We also we're only 2 games behind the Tigers as we welcome Casey Mize into three tomorrow, and the Tigers' former number one overall pick. Will Warren is 8-6 with a 4.28 ERA this year. 153 strikeouts this season.
Wow, good for him.
That's pretty impressive for a rookie.
Good for him.
Just
That is impressive.
right? Like I'm just saying, that's
No, I mean that.
under the radar, like sneaky good pitching for yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
mean
had to
sometimes
throw that
those
in
guys
there.
they get
141 innings.
they get overlooked sometimes when they're around others, other stars and other studs in a big market. So
He's also prone to just blow up games, so maybe he's just not appreciated
well,
yet, which
people
is fair.
people
I
were
can understand.
people Ed will always remember your bad moments and the worst things about you, and they'll never remember the good.
That's true. We're here for you, Will. Don't worry. When there's a Will, there's a Warren.
Yeah, we're giving a little inspiration on the pod tonight. Ed. We're just giving a little motivation for the boys with playoffs again around the corner. I don't know who I would want to play in the wild card round. Like, I'm just looking here. The Dodgers will be the third best division winner if the season ended today. So we'd be playing the Dodgers.
Yeah.
We own the Dodgers in the playoffs.
And
That'd
they
be
would be at home.
yeah, that'd be brutal. But
Three games in LA. Could
is
you
it
win?
crazy that I'd rather see the Dodgers than the Padres? Like I shit you not, and I'd rather see the Dodgers than the Cubs. Nah, that's not fucking true. I'd rather see them over the Padres now.
Uh, I think you'd definitely rather see them over the Padres. Padres got have your number, and they're just so scrappy. They can
The
beat you so many
bullpen is
ways.
great.
Yeah, it's insane. And their pitching any given day could like shut you down entirely.
They've been good.
Um,
I mean, they won two in a row. They were 3-7 the last 10, so they've been on and off. And like honestly, the Cubs are also scrappy and scary. But like also we kind of own the Cubs in the playoffs as well. Over again, you know what's funny? I say we own the Cubs in the playoffs. We played them in 2015, and so I was just lean on that as like owning them because we
yeah,
swept
that
them.
is true, actually.
But I realize I can't
You don't
say
have Daniel Murphy this time around,
bring him back, bring him back. I don't know. I'm not really worried
but can
about.
you beat the Brewers this time around? You can't bang on Devin Williams this time around, you know?
Well, we won't see the Brewers unless we get to the next round. So ideally,
Right, but
like who do you
are
see?
you confident? Like of all the teams that are in the hunt,
Am I like who would I be most confident in playing? You're saying, or like hello?
team.
What'd you say? I think it cut out for a second.
Are you here? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah. Can you hear me?
That you can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Um, are you confident to beat any given team that's left, you know, any of the playoff teams? Like I feel like the Yankees can beat every playoff team. Have they done well against any of them necessarily? Not all of them, but I feel like they can beat them all.
Yeah.
Like, do you actually see them win against, we don't have the Brewers in our league. They're a legitimate, you know, number one overall team.
No, honestly, I don't feel as confident just based on how we played over the past month plus, right? Super inconsistent. But would I be confident in a first round against the Dodgers or the Padres or the Cubs? Not really, which is crazy of me to say, honestly. But like I said, we gotta be honest today, right, Ed? And can you hear me?
No, better be. Yep, can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah. 1 second. Can you hear me? There we go. You can probably hear me now, right?
Defensive miscues over here.
You could probably. Sorry, guys. I'm in this new
Yeah, I can hear you
apartment,
now.
and for whatever reason,
This is a giant ad for Verizon.
I have 1 gigabyte for Verizon, and that should be good. It should be better than Optimum, right? And
Oh, it is Verizon.
oh,
That's even better.
you're delayed. This is hilarious. But so if we overlap, we overlap.
Oh, this is terrible. All right.
All right, listen.
I'm just gonna keep quiet for a while, all right?
1 gigabyte Verizon, Ed, and it should be good. It should be better. I'm gonna have to have someone come out here. I don't know what's going on. Um, the Optimum guy, I mean not the Optimum guy, the Verizon guy must have been a Phillies fan. Um,
For sure.
but yeah. So can you hear me normally now?
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's not too much lag. So I think we're good now. Guys, sorry, bear with us. Clearly we're struggling today. We just want to put something out there and give you guys a little something to nibble on as we're getting, down.
I was on a roll. You know, you interrupted my roll just to stick us up with your bad service. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I kind of did do that, didn't I?
Unbelievable. The Yankee fans had a moment. They had a whole opportunity to listen to what was really going on in Yankee land, and the Mets
Well,
just
Ed,
came and rained on their parade.
what else is going on?
What else is going on?
Can I offer you an
Uh,
egg in these trying times?
I need many goose eggs. Um, yes. What else is going on? We're playing the Tigers and the Red Sox. That's what's coming up. I guess that's what we got to worry about. Judge is back in the outfield. Things are good.
Wait, how do you feel about that, by the way? I actually meant to ask that,
I don't love it.
all kidding aside. Like no, I feel like he does. See, I disagree. I feel like he plays better at the plate when he's playing the full game, right? And he's on
Oh,
the
for
field.
sure. I'm just worried that he's gonna fuck up his arm. I'm just now just paranoid
Oh,
because
that's
he's
fair.
made great plays already, and it's nice to see. And Stanton's looked good. I just wish that Dominguez had been playing a little bit better up to this point so that we didn't have to go this route so quickly. But he was an immediate impact in his first games back. So, threw a guy out or made some close plays, I should say, from the outfield. And you like to have that threat out there just the same. And you're right. I think he's more into it when he's playing both sides of the ball.
But the opposite with like Giancarlo. I mean, not the opposite. I mean, similarly. My bad.
Oh, totally. And that's the thing. I want Giancarlo to play, but they say he can't run. I don't know how true that is. I think it's just, fear of re-injury. So they ask him not to. But yeah, anyway, you want to see them both play the outfield and have opportunities to rotate in and out. That should be a luxury that they have. Give guys a half day with the DH spot. But again, you got a lot of old, odd pieces in there too, strangely, with Goldschmidt and other infield types that you're trying to work in, like Ahmed Rosario or Ryan McMahon, who's probably, is the third baseman day to day, obviously. So, and outfield, right? You got Bellinger, you got Grisham, you got Judge, you got Stanton, you got Dominguez. You do have almost an embarrassment of riches and ability to rotate, which gives me some, actually makes me feel a lot better about this team down the stretch than I've felt in a long time because they are that much more versatile and
It's
it
deep.
feels like they're trying to address, yeah, exactly. There's a bench and it's not sexy, sexy, right? But they're good. They're really good, solid ball players. So,
You got our boy Ahmed.
yeah, I'm saying, man, he comes in clutch, honestly. He's a good piece.
Always been a
So,
clutch guy.
yeah.
He's like a firecracker. He's not going to be consistent every day, but he'll be clutch.
Well, we'll give you Volpe and him for Lindor, and you take on the difference in the contract. How's that sound?
That sounds ridiculous, but I mean, not but
Yeah,
like that
worth a
seems
try.
that sounds ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
why.
all right.
I don't
Well,
know why I threw but in there. That's crazy.
if it sounds ridiculous, looks ridiculous, it might be ridiculous. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the other things. The Yankees are on a good spot. Challenges, aplenty coming right now in the next two series. What are the Mets got right in front of them, and how you feeling as you head into those series?
Oh, in terms of who we got down the stretch to finish up the season,
Well, who you got for the next 2 weeks?
I
You got
mean,
Phillies now,
I
right?
yeah, I alluded to it a little bit before. We have Phillies now, and then we have to go
Yep.
and 1 second. I forgot exactly who. Oh my God, the Wi-Fi, Ed.
On the spot. Oh
Phillies.
my goodness. I'll just go. It's fine.
Yeah,
Let's call
Phillies
it just
now.
Phillies and Rangers. Okay.
Rangers, yeah, at home. Padres at
At
home.
home.
Nationals at home. We basically have a nice big stretch at home, and then we finish on the road in Chicago and against the Marlins. So there's some,
Hmm.
the home
Yeah.
ball. I mean, yes, they're hard teams, but we play much better at home.
Yes.
We have all season, and I'll be fairly confident in those next few series. I'm just worried if they do happen to stumble. And we have a struggling series against the Phillies here. Yeah, we're 4 games up in the wild card, but that's not safe if you lose 6 or 7 out of 10.
No, and especially with the way you played the Reds and them being your closest, right on your heels at least. I
Now
think
they
they're
are.
72 games, 72 wins, 4 games back. So yeah, they got a pesky team and some really nasty pitching. Hunter Green leading the way there, obviously, making you guys look downright foolish. What a start, by the way. There was one hit collectively in that game through 6 innings between he and Sproat. So, yeah, the Reds, I guess, are you confident you can hold them off, or are you worried about them at all?
I mean, I'm confident we can hold them off as long as we, don't play poorly at home in the next few weeks against tougher opponents and the Rangers who are also fighting for the playoffs in the AL. And then obviously the Padres, we know kind of have our number. Um, you have to go and get those guys, right? If you get those teams, I think we'll be fine because the National Series, the Marlins series, we should at least win that series. Again, you never know with the fucking Marlins. But point being, you go and you take 2 out of 3, or you win, one out of these two next series, and maybe you split against the Phillies here, we'll be fine. I think you just got to maintain, but obviously, I don't want to maintain going to the playoffs. Like I want us to get out of this funk and this rut and show, that we're going to be a playoff contender. Right now, it's kind of weird. Like we're 76 and 67, but first of all, we should be much better than that considering where we were early in the season. And then second of all, we played in a way that I don't think anyone's really afraid of us, even though like our record's decent.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, Pete Alonso, top nine, leadoff single. Let's go.
There you go. What's the score right now?
1-0, top nine, old school baseball.
You're up 1-0.
No, we're down 1-0. So top
Oh.
nine in
Uh-oh.
Philly, Alonso leadoff single against Duran. And we got him last time. We walked him off last time. So
I see why we wanted to truncate this now. It makes a great deal of sense. Um, I'm joking, of course. But yeah, dude, that all
are
as
you?
I run out of my Yankees schedule. God damn
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I am just now distracted by hoping that you guys don't come through because it's more fun for me. But
Is, is it fun doing it live? Does that make it more fun for you?
a little more fun, just like the little hate,
Well, that's why we got to
little bit of
record,
sadness.
record live at a bar or something. Like we just got
We
to
do,
start.
yeah.
We got to get something cool going. And I don't know
Get the
if
watch parties.
yeah, if there's a Subway series, no matter what the price is, we would have to get there, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
Well,
like
we'll have to find somebody to sponsor us.
yeah, or we just like record somewhere and
Yeah,
do that for the other games. Or we're getting ahead of ourselves here, guys. But like
we're getting
ideally,
ahead of ourselves.
we all want another Subway series. Obviously, that would be so good for the city.
It'd be great. It'd be fantastic. And I guess on the way toward that Subway Series, we do the Red Sox on the road, and then the Twins on the road, then the Orioles on the road. So we got three straight on the road before coming home for the White Sox and Orioles. So we do have a relatively light schedule to really wrap it up there.
I feel like you guys have
But
seen the White Sox. Like you've seen some of these lesser teams a little more frequently as of late, which has helped. Obviously, I'm not saying it in a way
no,
that
for sure.
you know, like I'm not saying it in like a way that like the Yankees shouldn't be doing as good as they are. I'm just saying like it's nice when we
No,
have
it's
those guys at the back end.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to have this 6 game stretch and play well against the Tigers and Red Sox, right? Because outside of that, everybody else, you just assume we should be taking care of our business and moving, handily and moving on with the wins. So, and yeah, the schedule makers definitely thought the Orioles would be better when they put them
Well,
for 7 games against us in our last 10.
I think we all thought they were going to be better. That's the one team. And there's a few other teams, but they're the one that is the biggest flop to me.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. If
yeah.
you had to flip flop anyone, it would be Blue Jays and Orioles in that
Oh shit,
division. Uh-oh.
let's
What's
go,
happening?
let's
Is it
go.
happening?
Vientos
Oh,
double down the
no.
line.
Is
Second
Pete going to
and
make it?
no, they pinch ran Mauricio, but he's pretty
Oh.
slippery. Second and third, one out. Let's fucking go, Mark.
There you go.
He's hot. He's hot.
There you go.
So we're gonna watch the Mets come back into the Phillies again live on the pod. I was gonna cut it short, but I guess what else can we talk about, Ed? What else you got going on in that in
Guess
that
we're here.
in the this has been a weird episode anyway. The fans are probably already tuned out. So but we're still here, the loyal listeners. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is rattling around in this little brain of mine. I don't know. I gotta get up early tomorrow. I'm going to try and secure tickets at Shakespeare in the Park. So
oh,
that's gonna be
cool.
fun. Yeah, but apparently it's like a 4 a.m. like getting line time, so that's kind of stupid. But we'll see.
When
Gotta get the
when
culture.
when would it be?
It would be tomorrow night, so you get them like early in the morning. They don't give the tickets out till noon, so you're getting out there like it's an 8 hour wait, basically 6 to 8 hours,
Tuesday night?
which, and then it would be a Tuesday night performance at 8 p.m. So you start waiting online at like 4 a.m. tomorrow, like literally in like, I don't know, 7 hours.
Wait,
Is
that's
that what it would be?
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. And I think it's a big performance. Like it's got Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones,
That's awesome.
Tyrion Lannister. So like a bunch of actors are in it, recognizable names, and yeah, they're free, but that's what you're fighting against.
That's
So
probably why
it's
it's such a crazy wait because it is free. Everyone's trying to get that.
yeah, exactly. And you're not guaranteed tickets at the time. Like so, I don't know. I'm already kind of like, is it worth it? Did they do it? Did they do it?
Jeff just missed a double down the line foul. I think he hit the ump actually.
Oh.
I'll probably fucking strike out. But that's pretty cool, Ed. I think that'd be fun. Tuesday night's tough, but that's still pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, it's close enough, but it's just the idea of getting up and doing that. It's a full day commitment kind of thing. So you make the time. Hopefully it works out.
Well, finding fun new things to do is what 30s are all about, right? That and back pain.
Yeah, a little back pain. That's all. What's it worth? Yeah, I think there's a point where you get to like sit down and lay down and like
Well, I was saying
that's
I
good.
I had a well-stocked fridge, healthy foods, the apartment was clean, and I felt so happy. I'm like, is this what getting old is? It's kind of sick. Like I
Isn't
like I
that
like
joy?
Oh, you fuck. Nope. You did
Uh-oh.
not go, sir. Um, but yeah, what else is new in the life? I
Now I'm curious as to what's going on in this game. This New York packages cut you out. I can't see anything.
it's on LB Network. It should be.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it should be. Or SNY, but you could probably put on MLB. Well, actually, no, you
I
probably do.
don't know, though. Cut me out.
Honestly, I don't know how I'm still watching, by the way.
They didn't have to cut me out.
I don't have
How are you
cable.
still watching?
I don't have cable anymore. I'm watching on my phone.
Oh, you just think you're still connected through something?
Yeah, like Optimum's been disconnected, and like I'm not paying them anymore. And
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
I'm never, I'm just never gonna log out of the shit.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. They
The
did
other
that
night,
to me on.
sorry,
No, you go.
no, I was just gonna say it called me the other night, and now I just opened the app and it was just on.
That's bizarre.
Kind of crazy. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, the Yes Network on Gotham Sports app, they did something where you used to log in through your, um, TV provider. So I used the login that I have access to, as so many others use shared logins, and it was fine for a long time. And then it suddenly is like, no, you have to log in through a dedicated profile now. That doesn't, that's not enough. So there's only one that you can create per account. So if I'm using this, I have to have that person make the account and then they have to give me that account now. So it's like I was grandfathered in almost without needing to create a whole new account beyond, right, the Yes Network or just cable subscription login. And I just didn't want to log out of my phone or do anything to mess that up. And eventually my phone rebooted and now I can't access anything.
Oh God, it's the worst, dude.
Yeah, horrible.
You need a new phone.
It comes for us all. Well, yeah, that's also true.
Oh my God, Jeff, you suck.
He blew it.
I mean, that was a beautiful high fastball 102 outside paint. What are you gonna do?
What are you
Well,
gonna do?
now it comes down second and third, two outs, all down to my man Alvy, who's back, who's been getting his
Oh,
hand hurt all damn season.
I told you that was gonna be a hang up. Is it the same hand too every time, or is it
Well,
different
so he,
hands?
dude, I actually don't even know. I feel like it's all, it's like he's like three hands. I don't even know. It's an extra one getting hurt now. But he, what was it? Oh, in his last rehab assignment, he got hit on the hand, which set him sidelined even longer. I thought he broke something, but I didn't even realize he's coming
Yeah,
back fast. It's kind of crazy.
he does keep coming back very quickly.
Wait, I think it just said the Mets are 0 and 59 this season after trailing after 8 innings. Damn, they haven't had a comeback this year. I
Oof.
think it was the opposite last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, that'll be a big swing in your luck factor.
He just chased outside low. Albie's fucked. I love him so much, but like he hasn't been able to play consistently enough. He's still young though. He's still only like 23, 22.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean,
Oh
a
my
lot of your
God,
guys.
dude. He's
Uh-oh.
flailing at outside slider. This is done. It's 0-2. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
It's the hard part with hanging on to these guys for hope too. They're so young, they need time to develop, but you need them all to kind of develop at the same time,
Well, exactly. And the
which is not fair to them necessarily,
no,
Oof.
he just struck out on three sliders outside in a way. That's so disgusting. Not one was a strike. That's wild. What are you looking for?
Sorry, dude.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It happened.
Well, tidy little 1-0 loss. Can move
Nice,
on from it.
nice old school baseball. But Ed, I think with that, no, probably it's time to wrap it up.
Might
We
be
could
a
talk for a while just because the game is on. But
good note to wrap it up on, I think.
I think to the fans, to the people, this episode I know is a little more mundane, off script, whatever you want to call it, audio connection, Verizon ad, it doesn't matter. The point is we're gonna continue to do better and be better. We just don't know when. So with that,
We shall endeavor to do so nonetheless.
yeah. And with that, we're gonna keep showing up. All you can do in life, here's a little more motivation, is show up. Even if you have a bad day, you still fucking showed up. So with that, wraps up episode 18 of the Big Apple Battle. Remember to listen, rate, subscribe, review, send pigeon mail, whatever. That's not it. What is it called?
Carrier pigeons.
Carrier pigeons.
Hell yeah.
Subscribe, review, order t-shirts, even though we didn't make them yet. And yeah, we appreciate all of you. And Ed, we're gonna come back the next weekend with a more, I don't know, uniform episode, really foreshadowing the playoffs and really highlighting, what's to come because this was nonchalant, man, but playoff baseball around the corner.
Got to get back on the horse. The best ability is availability, like you said. And yeah, be available with your ears, with your hearts, with your minds for the playoff push. New York baseball is at the epicenter of the playoffs, just like they were all season long. Might not be in first place, but hey, even if it's a wild card battle for one side, I think Yanks still got the division in their sights. So a lot of fun to be had still to come along the what 18 days left. Can't believe we're here already, man. Felt
Crazy.
like we were counting down 18 days till the season. Now we're saying 18 days till it's over. So
I know. And I'm
make the
gonna
most of
come.
it. Football's back, all that jazz. Ugh.
Oh yeah, fall, pumpkin spice, crock pot chili, and crock pot everything. But I will say,
Summer's gone.
so sad, so sad. I didn't even go to the beach this summer. It's crazy. All right, whatever.
Ugh. God.
The the point, the one thing I was gonna say, Ed, is I'm coming into the city. I'm taking over, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, we're gonna do a little Mets Yankees live pod somewhere, or table question video situation that could go on our socials. And yeah, if your buddy wants to hook us up and let us record maybe episode before the playoffs start at his Top Golf,
There's some options. We'll make
yeah,
it happen.
that could be interesting. It could be very, very interesting.
Very
So with that,
interesting.
everyone,
We'll go live.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go live. We'll catch you next time. LGM, stay cool.
Get wrecked. Go Yanks. Playoff time, baby. Let's go.
This ball is crushed. Man, what a shot for